We'll continue our exploration of audio here, and as we progress, I'm going to substitute the guitar and vocal track. Remember that audio file that we've heard a few times already? I'm going to substitute that for a piano file, simply for a little bit of variety, and we're going to talk about adjusting our volume, because as we know, we don't always record at perfect volume. Sometimes we record our audio and we've not really taken that much consideration or care over how well it's been recorded. On the whole, we can resolve this problem by doing something called normalizing. What normalizing does is scan your audio file and look for the loudest point. This might only last a millisecond, but the act of normalizing will search out this loudest point, and then if it's now found that this point is -5 decibels, normalizing will raise the volume of the whole file by 5 dB, resulting in, of course, with a louder audio file, with its new peak set at 0 dB. 0 dB is optimum audio level. Any louder than you are going to get distortion. So the process of normalizing helps us avoid this. Looking back at our project, we've got these 3 different audio files. The initial audio that comes with the video, the audio on audio track 2 that I want to use to replace the original audio, and this piano track. Now I know this plays a little bit more quietly compared to the other 2 audio tracks. So what I want to do is optimize its level so that its loudest peak is set at 0 dB. Right, I'll mute the other 2 audio tracks, leaving our piano engaged. I'm going to play it back, and I want you to keep your eye on the meter here. Watch the scale up the right-hand side and see where the audio bounces around at its loudest point. You should see its loudest point around about here. It's about -5 decibels. Right, I'll hit my spacebar to begin playback. Predominantly then, it was around about -5 on average, hence it's 5 decibels quieter than it could be for optimum level, so I need to optimize it. It's very easy to normalize. We have to use a function called audio gain, and we access it by, well, I'm going to right click on my piano file, then run up to audio gain. With this rather innocuous looking audio gain dialog box, we see 4 optional radio buttons that we can choose from to optimize or normalize our audio. Now that I've opened this audio gain dialog box, you can see that by default, the radio button option for adjust gain by is set to 0 dB. However, maybe I want to take this up by a couple of decibels. Well, I would simply type in 2 there. What this will now do is raise the whole file by 2 dB. I'm going to click OK in a second. However, keep your eye on the display and you'll notice it raises a little bit by 2 dB. I'll hit OK now. Right, I'll hit Ctrl+Z to undo, and I'll right click on my file, run up to audio gain and talk through the other options. I could set my gain, well, it's set to 0 dB at the moment. If I wanted to set it to a specific gain, then I would adjust in there as necessary. I'm more concerned with this third option, normalize max peak to. At the moment, it's set to 0 dB, i.e. no change will take place. But notice we get some information right at the bottom. We are told the peak amplitude is -5 decibels, i.e. the loudest peak is -5 below 0 dB optimum level. Well, we can use this information to manually adjust our audio. For example, if I now go back to adjust gain by and then type in 5, that now means I'm asking this audio gain function to increase my audio by 5 decibels. I'm bringing my peak amplitude pretty much to optimum level. I'll click on OK and now notice the waveform display on my piano track. If I hit the spacebar, then you'll see my peak level near enough reaches 0 dB right at the top. It doesn't go above it, so I'll hit my spacebar now. OK, our meter reading took us right up to 0 dB. Let's go back to where we were, Ctrl+Z to undo. Once more, I'll right click on the clip and run up to audio gain. This time I'm going to use the normalize max peak function, By leaving it set to 0 dB, I'm asking this function to find our loudest point at the moment. Well, by clicking OK, our loudest peak now will be set at 0 dB. So keep your eye on the meter once more, and I'll hit the spacebar to play this back. I'll undo this once more. Okay, one final time, I'll right click on the audio and run up to audio gain because I want to point out this last option, normalize all peaks to. If I select this and then click OK, then you'll be wondering, how is this any different to normalize max peak? Well, you would use this if you've got multiple clips selected. Right then, that's a quick introduction to the audio gain function and how we normalize an audio file. So by using this function, we sort it out.